Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for March 23rd, 2022. My name is Andrew, and in today's news, we'll be covering the California drought and Dollar General. In entertainment news, Jared will discuss this week's top movies. In sports, Diana will cover Anthony Edwards and St. Peter's. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. Officials in California are cutting the amount of water shared with municipalities by 10%. As the state goes into its third year of drought, the original plan was to give the different regions 15% of the water requested through the State Water Project. The state will now lower that to 5%. The Department of Water Resources director said they are trying to balance the needs of endangered species, water supply conservation, and water deliveries to Californians. Governor Gavin Newsom also called on residents in October to cut water use by 15% in comparison to 2020. It looks like discount chain Dollar General is pursuing an opportunity to draw customers away from rival chain Dollar Tree. It comes after Dollar Tree said last year it was walking away from $1 pricing, raising most products to $1.25. Now Dollar General is highlighting its $1 prices in stores to push the perception that it's the place to save money amid high inflation. Only about 20% of its merchandise is $1 or less, but recently, Dollar General has been putting more of its $1 items in prime positions in stores and adding signs highlighting those prices. With most stores in rural areas, Dollar General targets low-income customers and sells food and household essentials. In some towns, it's the only store around, and the company thinks high gas prices may persuade customers to shop close to home. The company is also considering growing its assortment of dollar items. A Hayward mom has been arrested on suspicion of murder, but her boyfriend is loose. The family of Sophia Mason is speaking out after police announced the discovery of a child's body in Merced on Friday. The body is believed to be Sophia Mason, who has been missing since December. Mason's mother, Samantha Johnson, was arrested Saturday on suspicion of murder, and a warrant was issued for the arrest of her boyfriend, Dante Jackson. The story is still developing. For now, we'll go to Jared with entertainment news.
Thanks, Andrew. A new high-tech fabric with the ability to detect sounds has us all ears. Or maybe you're more interested in an asteroid hitting Earth's atmosphere. If none of that is your style, maybe you like this app that allows claiming a roadkill easier? Jeremy Roth is here with Take a Look at This.
Listen up! Engineers at MIT claim to have invented a fabric that can listen. You heard that right. The newly engineered fabric works like a microphone, using tiny, ultra-sensitive, flexible fibers woven throughout the material that respond to even the softest of sounds. The fabric then converts the audible signals into electrical ones, feeding back information like a sound's precise direction. Researchers see all kinds of potential applications for the unique tech, like being able to monitor a baby's heartbeat or the vital signs of a respiratory patient directly through a comfortable garment. Or imagine being able to make and answer phone calls directly through your shirt. Sounds good to me. Now for some hard-hitting news, like an asteroid hitting Earth's atmosphere hard. A small asteroid reportedly broke up over the Norwegian Sea recently. It was detected by an early warning system called Scout, designed to spot threatening asteroids heading towards Earth. Officials say there was no danger posed by the asteroid, and since it was the fifth of its kind to successfully test the system, I say no harm, no foul. Finally, here's some tech that's useful for, someone. Officials in Wyoming have launched an app to help residents legally claim roadkill. Finally! The state recently passed a law allowing residents to pick up dead animals from roadways. There are restrictions, like ones aimed at protecting certain species, but the new app helps confirm any animal in question was not killed illegally. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Thanks, Jeremy. I think I'll stick to the fabric with ears. The Dark Knight is still dominating the box office, but a couple of new movies made their mark this weekend. David Daniel has early estimates for the top 5 films.
What is your deal, man?
Dog rode into 5th place in its 5th weekend in theaters, grossing $4.1 million. The slasher film X expanded to wide release and made $4.4 million for 4th place. Uncharted fell to 3rd, but collected $8 million for a domestic total of $126 million. The anime adventure Jujutsu Kaisen 0 debuted in second place, opening strong with $17.7 million.
What are you saying, Invincible Knights with a big win?
The Batman crossed the 300 million mark in domestic grosses, topping the chart for a third straight weekend with $36.8 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Thank you, David. I'm off to see the Batman again, so here's Andrew with more news.
Thanks, Jared. A man trapped 15 feet underground in a storm drain was rescued Sunday night in Antioch. Authorities say the man in his mid-30s emerged uninjured after firefighters and other rescuers freed him from a 16-inch pipe. According to the Contra Costa County Fire Protection District, he was being taken to a hospital to be examined. Dozens of rescuers worked for 3.5 hours to bring the man to safety. The fire department described it as a complex and risky effort when they announced their success at 9:30 p.m. Who was your favorite teacher? Maybe it was the person that made you feel excited and inspired. For a lot of students at Wake Tech in Raleigh, North Carolina, that teacher is Valerie Bishop. So when they found out she was sick, they stepped up in a big way. And I'm talking big, as Joel Brown reports. One of her students is donating a kidney.
I'm sure you knew you had some students that liked you. Did you know they loved you so much?
They have definitely showed their love. They have stepped above and beyond.
This is how Valerie Bishop's Wake Tech students know her best, the kind, compassionate cosmetology professor with a smile that lights up the classroom. What they didn't know until a few months ago, Ms. Bishop's kidney disease had turned stage 5 renal failure, both kidneys rapidly deteriorating.
It's irreversible.
In desperate need of a new kidney, Bishop was finding it harder to keep the severity of her condition a secret.
I shared with my students that I may be missing some time because I have to do doctor appointments, and they were inquiring, well, what was going on?
When I want to do something, I do it. And I'm an arm twister.
That's Carrie Fisher, one of Bishop's current students, who didn't just inquire about her professor's health, she offered up her own kidney. She wants to be the donor. Shocked? So is Ms. Bishop.
And I'm like, girl, bye. No, you can't do that. And she was like, yes, I can.
So since late last year, Carrie's been undergoing a battery of donor tests, hoping she's a match. She lost 38 pounds in less than 3 months to get to the acceptable BMI.
There is no way, if this was not meant to be, there is no way that I would have lost that much weight.
Meanwhile, Bishop's almost endless circle of current and former caring students rallied around her as well. As hope grew of a potential donor, Bishop's daughter Zoe organized a GoFundMe to help with medical costs, and former students like Daria Gonzalez,
Yes, she's amazing.
made it their mission to get the word out.
I can't do a whole lot, but maybe just raise awareness. And that's my goal.
Then that big moment, UNC Hospital alerts Carrie on her phone. She and Bishop are a match.
I said, which one do you want, the left or the right? We're a match, baby. She just started bawling. And she said, I can't believe this.
This wasn't just something, this wasn't a gesture. It wasn't just some empty gesture. She's willing to work for it. What did that mean to you?
But my students have been such a blessing to me in so many different ways. So I'm just grateful.
It's not a done deal yet. Fisher still has to take some tests to make sure she'll do well with just one kidney. We're all hoping for the best. Up next is Diana with sports news.
Thank you, Andrew. Peacock pride was on full display today in Jersey City as his hometown hero stepped off the bus back on their home turf today, and students and fans alike were in the stands to welcome them home. St. Peter's men's basketball team made their way home today after a victory against Murray State last night. They were welcomed home with a pep rally, Fit for a Hero, here at their school gym. The crowds were on their feet as they cheered for their fellow Peacocks. Team members said it felt good to have the support of not just their school and Jersey City, but also the tri-state area as they advanced to the Sweet 16. They're already looking ahead to their next game.
We're going to do what we do all year. We practice so hard, we work on preparation. We're just getting ready to focus on the task at hand, and we're just going to try to go out there and give 100% and leave it all out on the court.
On Friday, St. Peter's will take on that task at hand and take a short trip down the Turnpike to Philly, where they are set to play against either Purdue University or the University of Texas. Check out the Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards with his windmill dunk on today's play of the day.
At a season ticket event in college, told Marnie that one of the things he did is he wanted to get rid of all the basketballs in the practice facility and put NBA Finals balls as Anthony Edwards. Oh yeah! Throws it down with the windmill hammer.
And Ant enjoying it as a walk-off, almost like a home run there. He got to enjoy it a little bit.
Towns had the basketballs replaced at the practice facility and had NBA Finals balls brought in.
Tapped back up, and then Vanderbilt might have actually been the one that tapped that in, but not sure who they'll credit it to. I think.
That's all for sports. Now back to Andrew for one last story. Andrew?
Thanks, Diana. Oakland has a new foodie hotspot you've been waiting for. Corner Kitchen is a community-driven hotspot for chefs and food makers located at 1014 Fruitvale Avenue in Oakland. They have a lineup that currently includes lactose-free ice cream from Bad Walter's Bootleg Ice Cream, garlic noodles favorite from Noodle Belly, and a designer cake studio from Full Belly Bakery. And Corner Kitchen is growing. Corner Kitchen is a multicultural, laid-back, and a bit underground. It is unique to this commissary kitchen and outdoor bar, which also acts as a food incubator for the up-and-coming Bay Area food businesses that call it home. Just 6 weeks after its January grand opening, the owners are already welcoming 2 new businesses, Sammy's, maker of Korean stuffed hot cakes, and Padron Grill, which does plant-based Mexican food, and hosting weekend pop-ups like Neapolitan Pizzeria Hapaza. Come April, Corner will add Wednesday hours to its currently Thursday through Sunday operations. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned for KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.